This is our 2014 Mitsubishi Shogun 3.2 manual. It's got just over 101,000 miles. We'll get the exact mileage when we move inside the vehicle. MOT until the 30th of May next year. Full service history. Heated front seats. One owner. 2 keys. And in my opinion, in the best colour. So just a quick walk around of the vehicle there. Just look out for any major bodywork issues, of which there aren't any. Now I'll go around it now, taking my time, pointing out anything I feel like I should mention. I'll try and be as picky as I can. Starting off with the front bumper, and I always tend to check the corners first because that's where they tend to be scuffed, if at all. It's slightly annoying it has started raining because the rain droplets can hide things sometimes, but a slight little mark, you just see that. It's not particularly noticeable unless you're dead onto it there, and a little tiny little bit just there's my finger for scale. That's on the passenger side. Rest of the bumper, really good condition, I'd say, for its age. Maybe a slight little marky thing just going on to the left of the registration plate as you look at it. Generally pretty good. Coming up to the bonnet now, and there's the occasional little mark, little stone chip, etc. You'll see another one. Just see what I mean about the rain droplets, but generally really good. So coming on now, this is the passenger side, and we've got the passenger side wheel. The actual alloy itself is in really good condition. Can't see any marks at all to that. A little bit of discoloration maybe to that centre cap there. That's no big deal. And if we get my little tyre tread checker up here, and it's in inches. Why is it in inches? There we go, in mil. 5.3 mil, and just go for another bit. 5.15 mil, so plenty of legal tread left on that tyre. Brand new, they're around 7 or 8, the legal limit being 1.6. So coming on down this side now, on the passenger side, on the door, no marks on the wing mirror, a few light superficial scratches I should say actually, and then you've got the classic sort of ring or fingernail marks just on the very inside of that door handle there, but generally really good so far. So then that takes us to the rear passenger side wheel, and again similar story with the wheel. A little bit of, I don't know what you'd call that, lack of peel, corrosion, whatever, just seems to be localized around the valve there, but generally pretty good. And again, I'll get my little reader up in here as well, and we've got a 4.61 and a 5.10, so again sort of similar amount of tread depth there. Coming on around the back now, and again same with the front bumper. Always look at the corners first, that tends to be where they get scuffed. And again, no such marks. And then the rest of the bumper, really good. Okay, rest of the tailgate, all is well. And the spare tyre, glass, and then always a good place to look at the roof from the back here. No dents. And of course your tow bar. Nothing to point out on the back there. So coming around, this is the driver's side, and I have just noticed there's the fuel filler cap, just lower than that to the right, there is a little denty dingy thing there. Not sure how well you can see that in the light, but it is just there. Little mark there, but I believe that is, yeah, sack the valeter. That's just a bit of leftover wax. And as we come down now, again, same as that first wheel, we saw no real marks on that at all. In fact, a little bit of a curb mark actually, just there, but generally really good. Okay, and then the actual tyre itself, we've got a 5.25 and a 4.5. So again, pretty decent treads on the tyres so far. I think here we've got the same again, a bit of wax that's just been missed. Ooh, don't know why it's gone out of focus. There we go. And then along the very edge of the door, a few little marks just there, and just down the bottom, which I'm guessing is just where things, it's been opened onto bits, walls or other cars, etc. And actually just noticed, being closer up, this sort of whole area, a little bit of a scratch going across there. That's actually showing up quite well on the camera. From here you barely notice it. If you get down right on it, you can see it just there, sort of coming into a more of a scuff sort of there. Same as the other side, classic fingernail ring marks just on the inside of that door handle there. Again, a few superficial marks just on the wing mirror casing there. And as we come down, look at the last of the four wheels. Again, pretty similar story to the rest of them. A little bit of discoloration just there, and a little bit of that same sort of corrosion-y thing. Just happens not to be by the valve this time. And if I get my tyre reader, tyre tread gauge, I should say, in there, we've got a 5.8 and we've got a 5.75. So as for the outside condition of the truck, I'd say it's really good for an 11-year-old vehicle. So we'll move inside now, and as I mentioned earlier, 2 remote keys. Driver's door card there then, really good condition, no cracks in the plastics or rips in the upholstery. We've got electrically operated windows in the front, and then the driver's seat, really good condition, no rips or tears in the upholstery. Shown a little bit of wear just to this bolster and this bolster here, nothing major. And just whilst we're here, we'll just have a quick look at the back row of seats as well, but really good condition there. Again, not showing any signs of wear. So let's get in and fire up. Let's put my seat back. It fires up straight away. Beeping, beeping. Alright, so you can see the exact mileage there, 101,194, and then these 2 lights up here, this one here is just to say that the handbrake's applied, and then that one is just to let us know that my seatbelt's not on at the moment. You've of course got your cruise control settings on the right. Let's just close this door. Cruise control settings on the right of the steering wheel, and some radio controls on the left, and your wing mirror adjuster just down there by your right knee. Wipers and light controls where you'd expect to find them. And I did want to mention one thing. Oh, that was it. Bit of wear on the steering wheel, just at that top, what are you, sort of 2 o'clock position. I'm guessing that's where someone's had their hand for the past 11 years. It's a little bit of wear Just on that steering wheel there. And then coming on around. One thing I want to point out, can you see how that screen looks like it's flashing? It's not flashing at all. It's, if I move close, there you go. It's something to do with the camera. I've had this mentioned before, but it's not flashing. It is just something to do with the camera. All right, so that's all good, and we can flick through the different bits of information that come up on there. But yeah, if I move away, it looks like it's flashing. It's not flashing. Okay, radio controls, air conditioning controls, little bit of storage, your heated seat controls, and I believe in there is a sort of classic cigarette lighter style 12-volt plug there. You've got your manual shifter there, and then your differential, I don't really know what you'd call that really, your low range, high range, whatever. Dual cup holders, bit of storage in the top bit of your armrest there, along with your locking wheel nut. That adjusts that forwards and backwards, and then there's another switch at the bottom, another 12-volt plug in there at the bottom. Over here, nice big glove box, and then up top some storage for your sunglasses. And that's about it for the front of the vehicle. We've just had a quick look in the back, so just whilst I'm here, I'm just going to go ahead and flick the bonnet open if I can find it. Nope, let's get out. There she is. Right, and we'll have a look in the boot. Obviously your spare wheels there. As we open up the back, you know what you're getting with these sorts of trucks. They've been making them so long. See in here, little toolkit, etc. More storage under there. Not sure what's in this bit. Let's have a look. Your bottle jack, all your bits and pieces, and another 12-volt plug there. These, of course, do go down. You can take them out completely. Entirely up to you. Got your nice rails on the top that I forgot to mention earlier. And then I'm going to try and open the bonnet. Always tricky with one hand, but I'll get there. So there it is. Up we go. And there she is, your classic Mitsubishi DID common rail 3.2. Not a great deal to see, but it's all there, all present and correct. And as you can probably hear, I have left it running as well. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go ahead and give it a rev first from the inside of the vehicle. And then from the outside of the vehicle. One thing I do always mention is that the engine note can sound slightly different in real life than it does recorded on a phone camera, so just bear that in mind. Hopefully I've covered everything. If there's anything you think I've missed or you'd like me to go over in more detail, please let us know. But thanks for watching. Bye bye.